Hi guys, welcome again to Learning TWI, the fun way with 𝘕𝘢𝘢𝘴𝘢. My name is Kwesi, and for today's lesson, we have 3 people that needed something translated. And the very first person that needed something translated was Afa Ray. Afa Ray, thanks again for your continued support. And this is what Afa Ray wanted to know. So Afa Ray wanted to know how to say, why is it that I am the one who has to do the work? Again, why is it that I am the one who has to do the work? Now that in TWI can be said as, Adɛn nti na me na 𝘕𝘢𝘬𝘦 meyɛ adwuma no. One last time. Adɛn nti na me na 𝘕𝘢𝘬𝘦 meyɛ adwuma no. So let's break it down. If somebody says adɛn nti na, basically what they're saying is how come or why. Na me na 𝘕𝘢𝘬𝘦, that I'm the one who has to. Meyɛ adwuma no, do the work. So again, adɛn nti na me na 𝘕𝘢𝘬𝘦 meyɛ adwuma no. Now, the second person that needed something translated was Jossiah. Jossiah, thanks again for your continued support. And these are the things that Jossiah wanted to know. So the first thing that Jossiah wanted to find out was, he wanted to know if pasa actually means trouble. Again, pasa in TWI, if that actually means trouble, right? Now, in TWI, pasa or basa means aimlessly or randomly in English. Again, pasa or basa in English means randomly or aimlessly, right? Now, the second thing that Jossiah wanted to know was, so Jossiah wanted to know how to say, I should never have taken kwaku's advice. Again, I should never have taken kwaku's advice. Now, that in TWI can be said, well, relatively in 2 ways. A lot of ways of saying it, but I just want to pinpoint 2 ways of saying it, right? Now, the very first one can actually say that is, na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku afutuo no. Again, na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku afutuo no. One last time. Na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku afutuo no. Now the second way one can actually say that is, na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku. So basically what that's saying is, I shouldn't have listened to kwaku, which in turn could mean I shouldn't have listened to his advice, right? So again, na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku. One last time. Na ɛnnisɛ metie kwaku. Now the last thing that Jossiah wanted to know was, Jossiah wanted to find out how to say choose your words carefully. Now this is in relation to somebody warning somebody. I guess watch what you're trying to say, roughly speaking, right? So again, choose your words carefully. Now that in TWI can be said as, 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢𝘬𝘦. Again, 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢𝘬𝘦. One last time. 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢𝘬𝘦. So if somebody says 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢𝘬𝘦 in English, that literally means watch what you're saying. Again, 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢𝘬𝘦, which in English is watch what you're saying. Now the last person that needed something translated was Daniel. Daniel, thanks again for your continued support. And these are the things that Daniel wanted to know. So Daniel wanted to find out what was stable in TWI. Again, stable in TWI. As in, I'm guessing he meant when something is sturdy or something is stable, right? So now in TWI, the best way we can actually represent stable is ɛnni him. Now, him in itself in TWI is when something is loose or shaking. If I want to say the tree is shaking, I'll say 𝘐𝑒𝑑ua him. Again, 𝘐𝑒𝑑ua him. One last time. 𝘐𝑒𝑑ua him. So what I'm trying to say is the tree is shaking. Let's say there's heavy wind and the tree is moving side to side. I would say 𝘐𝑒𝑑ua him, right? Now, if you want to say the tree is not shaking or something is not shaking, you say 𝘐𝑒𝑑ua, or if you want to say something, you say adeɛ him, meaning the thing is not shaking or moving. It's sturdy, which is basically stable. So one can use him as something being stable. Daniel, I hope that actually helps. Now, the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, I want to give up or give up. So Daniel wanted to find out how to say, I want to give up or literally give up in TWI. Now, that in TWI can be said as, mepɛ mepaba. Again, mepɛ mepaba. One last time. Mepɛ mepaba. Now, the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, why is that the only thing you want to talk about? Again, why is that the only thing you want to talk about? Now, that in TWI can be said in roughly 2 ways. Now, the very first one can actually say that is, adɛn nti na ɛno pɛ na wopɛ ho asɛm ka. Again, adɛn nti na ɛno pɛ na wopɛ ho asɛm ka. One last time. Adɛn nti na ɛno pɛ na wo pɛ ho asɛm ka. Now the second way one can actually say that again is adɛn nti na ɛno ho asɛm pɛ na wo pɛ ka. Again. Adɛn nti na ɛno ho asɛm pɛ na wo pɛ ka. One last time. Adɛn nti na ɛno ho asɛm pɛ na wo pɛ ka. Now the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, Daniel wanted to know how to say practice in Twi, right? So in Twi, we do not have the exact word for practice. The best way I can say practice in Twi would be kosuye. Again, kosuye. One last time, kosuye. Now, kosuye in English is continue doing. So if I want to say continue doing what you're doing, I'll say kosuye, which in turn would mean practice, because practice means keep on doing what you're doing, keep on practicing, right? So again, practice in Twi can be represented by kosuye. Now the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, so Daniel sent in a sentence. So Daniel, I hope this is what you wanted, right? So he sent 𝘒𝘸𝘢𝘴𝘢, not kika. So I'm not sure if this is what Daniel wanted, right? So what I derived from that was 𝘒𝘸𝘢𝘴𝘢, and that in English is just resembles you. So if something resembles you or somebody resembles you, they would say 𝘒𝘸𝘢𝘴𝘢. So if you have a child and the child resembles you, they would say akwadaa or akwadaa no 𝘒𝘸𝘢𝘴𝘢. And that means the child just resembles you. So 𝘒𝘸𝘢𝘴𝘢 in Twi, well, in English is just resembles you. Now the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, why are you such a pain? Now that in Twi can be said relatively in two ways. Now the first one can actually say that is adɛn nti na wo ha adwen saa. Again, adɛn nti na wo ha adwen saa. One last time. Adɛn nti na wo ha adwen saa. Now literally translated in English is, why are you so annoying? Which in turn could mean, why are you such a pain? Right? Again, adɛn nti na wo ha adwen saa. Now the second way one can actually say that is wo ho yɛ abufu. Again, wo ho yɛ abufu. One last time. Wo ho yɛ abufu, which in English would be you are either irritating, annoying, or you're a pain. Again, wo ho yɛ abufu. Now the next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, why can't you listen? Now that in Twi can be said in two ways. Now the first one can actually say, why can't you listen is adɛn nti na waso ɛden. Again, adɛn nti na waso yɛ ɛden. One last time. Adɛn nti na waso yɛ ɛden. Now the second way one can actually say that is adɛn nti na wontie. Again, adɛn nti na wontie. One last time. Adɛn nti na wontie. Now the last thing that Daniel wanted to find out is, what's the reason why? Now what's the reason why in Twi can be said as adɛntra. Again, adɛntra. One last time. Adɛntra. Guys, that's it for this week's lesson. I hope everyone is safe. And again, I just want to thank everyone, right? Daniel, Jossiah, Afa Ray, I just want to say thank you for continued support. I really appreciate it. And guys, remember, if you want to learn Twi quicker, right, please go to Google Store, get the Twi Junior Pro app. With that and these lessons, you learn Twi quicker. And remember, guys, if you like the content of the channel, right, please click on the like button. Please click on the subscribe button and please click on the bell button for future notifications. Guys, please remember to keep on spreading the word, right? Let anyone who wants to learn Twi or want to find out what Twi is about come to this channel, and hopefully when they go through it, they'll love the content enough to actually join the family. Guys, with lots of love, happy Monday. From me, 𝘱𝘢𝘴𝘢 to you with lots of love. Bye.